Welcome back to the shop. As you can see, the shelves are bare. Let's make some YouTube merch. Remember when we made pencils on the shooting board? Take a stick of oak and shoot a 30-degree bevel along each of its four corners. Look at that, it's a pencil. Let's put it on the lathe and drill a hole in it. That hole is the perfect place to put our tailstock. That'll give us a little more support when we sharpen this pencil with a skew. Remember when we drilled a hole in that pencil? Well, that hole should be big enough for one of these pen refills to fit inside. Now it's a pencil. It says so right there. This one's got my name on it. I've made 10 pencils for the shop, and the first 3 people to buy one will have your name engraved on it. I'd really like to make one of these pencils for each of my subscribers, but I don't fancy making a million of them. Let's think about a merch that's easier to make. My research suggests that there's a gap in the printed textiles market. Let's have a go at lino printing. Welcome back to the shed, is what it says on my laptop. It's actually backwards, but that's a good thing. This is a sheet of lino. We need to get the pictures off of the laptop and onto here. If we line the picture up with the lino we've just cut on the CNC, it should look just like this. I'm using a sponge roller as this fabric ink is quite thick. This is a bit of oak wrapped in baking paper. It makes for a lovely burnishing tool. Are you ready for the first print reveal? Me too. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Look at that! I'm really happy with how these designs came out. These two are definitely going in the shop. The shop is filling up nicely. Just one space left. I think these printed tea towels are going to fly out the door. My latest market research shows there's more profit to be made by selling single pieces of a higher quality. So let's make the woodworker's favourite. Nice plain box. Top, bottom, sides, 18 corners. If this box is going to have 18 corners, it's going to need 18 sides. In this case, the sides measure 25mm wide and 125mm in length. So far so good. While we've got all of the side pieces here, I suggest that we tape them together and number them. We'll find out why that's important in a minute, but first, look what the CNC has done. This is Milliput. It's a 2-part epoxy that gets mixed together and pressed into the grooves cut by the CNC. Once dry, it can be sanded back to reveal our inlay. Have I missed a bit? Was the CNC program wrong? Am I going to have to wear the idiot badge? The answer to all 3 of those questions is no. Let me explain. Remember when we numbered the pieces? Number 1 has inlay across its outside face. With the help of Curly the shooting board, we can flip this stick and shoot bevels on its bottom. We've got sharp bevels and still have inlay across its outside face. We can shoot bottom bevels on number 2, but one of those bottom bevels needs to be on the top. Look at that, it's a parallelogram, and we have inlay across its outside face. And that explains why I'm not wearing the idiot badge. Number 3 has inlay gaps on its left side, so we can think of it as a mirrored copy of number 2 and give it a bottom bevel on its right side and a top bevel on its left. These are the only 3 shapes we need to make, but we do need to make 6 of each. If 1 is A, 2 is B and 3 is C, then 4's A, 5's B, 6 is C, 7's A, 8's B. This is what a box with 18 corners looks like. It's covered in masking tape because we're not ready for glue yet. Kevin is back on the workbench, so we can shoot a 45-degree bevel on the bottom of the tops of all 18 pieces. Maybe we should have done that first. We're over on the router table now, so we can cut a rebate on the bottom of the bottoms. This rebate is where the box bottom is going to live. Like this. For the lid to fit perfectly, we need to do 3 things. Measure accurately, draw accurately, and get the CNC to cut it out. These 6 pieces are going to be the lid, just as soon as we glue them together. Remember when we used Kevin to cut a 45-degree bevel? Well, this is a 45-degree router bit. What a coincidence. That router bit is cutting a 45-degree bevel that stops halfway up the thickness of our box lid. Round cutters do struggle with sharp corners, so we'll have to clean that up with a chisel. Look at that! A lovely plain box with 18 corners. Finished with Rubio monocoat. Lifting the lid reveals a black interior. It also features this mismatch in the inlay. I'm still proud of it though, and that's why I've put my name on it. Well done everyone, the shop is full. Before we can open for business, we need to talk about money. The wood for the pencils cost £5. The refills were $5.99 for a pack of 12. It took me about 4 hours to make 10, and I'd like to think I'm worth at least £15 an hour. That gives us a total cost of £6.30 per pencil. The tea towels were £13 for 12. The lino is £20 an A3 sheet and we used 2 of those. The ink cost £15. It took 5 hours to make 10 tea towels. That gives us a cost of £14 per tea towel. The wood for the box cost £15. The milliput was £4.55. It took me about 15 hours to make. That gives us a total of £244.55. On a good day I can get in the shed for a couple of hours a day, between 5 o'clock and 7. Opening times like that won't attract many customers. It'd be really nice if the shop was open all hours. Welcome back to the Kofi shop. The only place in the galaxy that stocks official Martin Murray wood design merch. Shed made pencils, shed printed tea towels, all links in the description. Well, that was fun. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I'll talk to you next time.